welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ansley, and today I'm going to be doing like a little story time video. I'm going to be telling you guys how my experience with kind of a pedophile, like it was really weird. I thought it would be a good video to share. And I got this idea because the other day I was watching Macy Browning on YouTube. I'll link her channel below. Or like she was getting ready for a concert and she was telling this story. And I was like, you know what? I had a creepy story like that too. So I'm gonna tell you guys that today. It got on this like Indeed website, yeah. And it's supposed to help you find a job, which I need because, you know, no money. So I go on there and this listing says, I'm not gonna say the location of the store. So let's say I'm trying to get a job at Kmart. Yeah, okay. Listing, and I was like, okay, $13 an hour, because that's how much it was for. I was like, whoa, that's kind of good. And it was for a assistant manager job, which I didn't think I was gonna get, but it's like, might as well try, because at this point in my life, I will do anything for money. That sounds bad, but pretty much. So I go to Kmart and it's like Tuesday morning. It was the last day before we have to go back to school. I go in there, you know, and if you know me, I'm like kind of like a charming person, not to, you know, toot my own horn, but I'm a people person. I get along with people pretty well. I'm good at talking, clearly. I'm telling a story. So I go in here and I see this dude. We're gonna call this dude, what's a good name? Pete. We're gonna call him Pete. So first seeing him, didn't think, oh, this could be a weirdo. I'm asking about the job. And, you know, I'm turning my charm up to like 1,000%, but not too much where it seemed like I was flirting. I don't want it to come across that I was like, hey baby, I'm trying to get that job, you know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to this dude, he's like, you can fill out an application online or whatever. And then he starts like talking about where he's from, how he just got this job, how he moved from Florida to Georgia because they offered him this position or whatever, and I was just like, okay, why are you telling us? Then he goes to ask me my age, and in the moment I was thinking, oh, it's an assistant manager job. He probably wants somebody that can, you know, be there. I tell him that I'm 17 years old, about to turn 18. That's where I think I made the mistake, because I was like, I'm 17, but I'm about to turn 18. Well, you know, in the mind of a person that, you know, has weird intentions, 18 is the golden number. You know, like, they're legal. He told me that he was asking me about school and stuff. He's like, are you in college? I was like, no, I'm still in high school. And he was like, oh. And when he did that, it was like, why was that a big deal? Facial expression, I was like, oh, it's because the hours. But then he goes on to say, I can work with your hours and stuff, which that is weird because for a manager position, like even if it's an assistant manager, you need to be at a job a lot. And it's like, I'm still in high school, like I could only be there from like maybe 4 to 9, but it closes at 8, so it would be really short shifts and stuff. He writes down his phone number on this little card, and I'm like, oh, it must be his work phone number. And then he gives it to me and he says, give me a text or a call when you fill out your application. I'm thinking like, okay, it's just like his work phone, you know, didn't think much about it. And then as I'm leaving, he says, hey, and if you get the job, maybe you can show me around and we can get some coffee sometime or something. And then that's where I was like, okay, like, that's a little weird. Then later that afternoon, I sent him a text and told him I filled out the application. I was very professional, let me read it. And I said, hey, Pete, this is Ansley Hanniford. I came in earlier about the job and I just wanted to let you know that I filled out an application and I hope to hear from you. Thanks. Me, that sounds professional, you know. Pete says, thanks, I'll take a look at it when it comes down from Toledo. And also, weird question, but would you like to go out for coffee sometime? I'm 23, but I just moved here and could use someone to show me around. Weird, cause like he said, I'm 23, just letting me know. I feel like he knew that that's not okay. Especially for a 17-year-old girl, like it's just not okay. Be like chill but not rude because I still wanted the job at this point. Sure, I definitely have to ask my parents though. Trying to get him to realize that, okay, not just gonna be able to do whatever she wants. Her parents are gonna like, you know. He said, "No worries, I'm usually out of the office by 6, so whatever works for you." So he keeps on like pushing with it, and it's just like, okay, dude, you know, no. Still wanted the job, like $13 an hour. Are you kidding me? Like, that is a lot of money. So I was still trying to get it at this point. And then he said, "Awesome, I'd really hope that it's not weird to ask. I just didn't know there was such pretty girls." And then I said, "Thank you." To me, a 23-year-old asking a 17-year-old, complimenting her that's just trying to get a job, like, this is not okay. All I wanted was to get the bag, and I can't get the bag if there's some weirdo, you know, trying to get with me. "Sure thing, how long have you lived here?" He's trying to like text me like, "I'm just here to get a job." You know, I was like, since I was young. At this point, I started being really short with him because it's like, you're a freaking weirdo. This is like pedophile-ish. Please, you know, leave. He said, "I'll see if the interview popped up in the office this morning." So then he texted me again. It says, "Corporate brought down the application. Feel free to hit me up." Hit me up in a business text, like, okay, "if you are still curious about the position and we can arrange the interview." And I was like, okay, thank you, because I had already talked to my brother and stuff, and he was like, "No, don't get a job there." He said, "Sure thing, and if you still want to get coffee, I'm free Friday and Saturday." I didn't respond because it's like, I'm not gonna get the job there. Like 2 days after, he said, "I'll be out of town next week, but if you still would like someone else to interview you, I am happy to arrange that." It's like, okay, that actually seemed pretty nice. I'm not gonna text back or anything, but that was actually kind of like semi-chill and not weird. A day later, he said, "Looks like I have my answer then." Now, I don't know if he was talking about the application or the coffee, you know, like, was he meaning, like, I think he got a little salty about the coffee. I'm sorry, like, you're like 23 years old. That was really weird. Long story short, I'm not getting a job at Kmart. Also, when you fill out an application, you have to put where you live and stuff, and like your street address and everything. And so this man really has all my information. He could come like shoot up my house, which is scary. You know, we stay packing at the Hamlin house. Oh, we did. So that's my story. I hope you guys like this. It's a little bit different of a video for me. I just thought it would be an interesting story to tell. Like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment for new videos. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next YouTube video. Bye. Oh, also, Pete, if you're watching this, I purposely changed the location of the job and your name, so please don't come after me just because, like, it was just a story time video, like, please. And if you're watching my video also, that's still creepy, so just stop.